All right, so this is my reaction video to the Salamander conference presentation, whatever you would want to call it, and I'm just gonna answer some of the questions that I feel fit nicely with the presentation. To start off, the first question is: have you ever done anything like this before? If so, draw comparisons and share old information from previous events. So in middle school, I went on a field trip to Battleground State Park. And I don't really remember much of it, but I do remember they were talking about lizards, and there were lizards there, and I wish at the salamander thing there wasn't really any lizards, which I wanted to see that. I thought that would have been cool, but there really wasn't any of that. But going back to the middle school trip, I don't really remember anything from that, but I did go to something similar to like what we did for this. If this is an entirely new experience to you, what did I learn and was it eye-opening? It wasn't extremely new, but considering I did remember nothing from the field trip, I felt it was like a newer experience because I don't really go to these type of things, like these type of events. And it was pretty cool to see, to learn more about Monmouth County, where I live and probably most of you live. And it was extremely eye-opening because I did learn some things that I haven't seen before, as in probably one of the previous slides about some of my fun facts that I liked from the presentation. Do I think I'll do anything like this in the future? I'm gonna be brutally honest, probably not. This isn't really like something that I'm interested in, but obviously for the sake of the class, I'm gonna go and, try to make the best out of it. But in the grand scheme of things, probably not. I'm probably not gonna end up going to one of these type of things ever again. Would I personally recommend it to a friend? Kind of like bouncing off of the last question, no, I probably wouldn't. I know from my friend group, I know my friends to the point where like they're not gonna have any interest in this. Out of all my friends, I probably have the most interest in this, and I didn't really like enjoy this. But if I had some friends that could be potentially interested, I 100% would. It's an interesting thing to learn about. Like I said before, like in Monmouth County, just like you don't really come to think about like, hey, there's salamanders everywhere, and there's a lot of fun facts that Mr. Reynolds taught us. And lastly, do they offer events like this? I tried to find it. I couldn't really see any like salamanders. My camera just cut out, so I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. Do they do any events like this? I tried to look. I didn't see anything for more like specific events related to salamanders. But what I did find out is that Mr. Reynolds does work at Brookdale, and he does teach a few classes at Brookdale's. And from my experience, it seemed that he was very interested. And by some of the things that I asked him, and when I was talking to him, he did seem very like passionate about salamanders. So I'm sure like he incorporates that into his classes. And in the grand scheme of things, I can't see him just as being a one-time thing. And obviously with COVID now, it's probably a lot harder to like schedule certain things. And I'm sure once things start going back to normal, he's gonna start presenting more, and more people are allowed to go. So in the end, not an event that I probably would go to again, but not an event that I'm sorry to go for. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.